so we're going to be doing a repair attempt on this shingle. We did already do one repair attempt kind of right here, and you can see some of the crease shingles we got from it. State Farm rep told me they wanted to use the roof snake tool, so we got that, and we are going to perform it using the roof snake. So first we're just going to unseal a row here, try to identify the start and stop of the shingle. It looks like this is one here too. So we'll start by unsealing this shingle to see if we can get the edge. So there's that. Here's our edge. That one's already unsealed. So is that one. We're going to unseal this next one. Alright, so now to get this shingle out, we're going to have to unseal it as well. There's that. There's that. Oh, the shingle's tearing, as you can see here. As I'm trying to unseal it, we got a tear here. There's just no really way to and the shingle just broke there as we're trying to unseal it. We'll kind of continue with the attempt to see it, just kind of the condition of it all the way around here. But again, it's tearing some more here now. Get up in there and see that it's tearing there, right there. We're just trying to nicely unseal it. All right, so now that shingle's unsealed, we're gonna pop the nails out. There's one. There's another one. Come loose on me here. That shingle just tore there when I was trying to get that out. You can see the rip right there. Again, we're replacing this shingle, but if that happens to the one above it where we got to pull those nails out too, again, you can just tell that the shingle is just too brittle to be manipulated here. But anyways, now if we don't have to go to the next row, this should slide out for us, which it does. You can tell they missed some nails here. And there's this one just ripped out there. But anyways, we'll slide it back in now as if this was a new shingle. Off the roof here. So now, using our roof snake, try to put some of these nails back. And again, when we're doing this too, to make sure these nails are driven correctly, this has to be parallel with the roof the whole time. So we're gonna, that's where we want our nail. One thing too, before I go too far with this, I do want to point out, so right here, before we get that nail in there, there's no damage to any of this right here where I'm putting the nail in. The problem that we run into with this roof snake is that as we're putting these nails in, because you have a tool that you're hitting, it's leaving indents on our roof too. So I just wanted to make sure that we took note of what it looks like before I go too far and get to that point where it actually is likely going to cause that damage. Further here. Got that down. got some of the paint off of this tool stuck there into the shingle there. It's literally stuck on there, and there it just brushed off. But again, you got an indent mark right here too. So that's just one, and it's still not actually even all the way flat, so we're still gonna have to go further yet. So to get a little further here, there it goes. Now it's coming up even more there. You can definitely see the indent there that it left. This one's a little bit not as visual, but again, creating damage with the tool now because of how we're having to install it. So basically trading one problem for another. We'll try it again. Let's say over here. Yet. And here you have scuff marks. Again, just created. You can see them on the bottom of my tool. You can see them creating that mark right here. Mark right here. So now we're actually damaging the we would be damaging that brand new shingle that we're putting back in and replacing, as well as the shingle underneath instead of above. To finish off this shingle here, I'm going to put the last two nails in. Try to not cause any damage if possible, but this, the roof snake's making it pretty hard. Again, before we start, there's nothing here. No damage, nothing like that. Holding the roof snake off the roof so we aren't causing damage. This thing's also very squirrely on me. It's moving around. It's not necessarily driving that nail in properly either. You can see the granules coming off and sliding off there. Same thing here where it's basically damaging that shingle again. Not hail impacts, but it's creating hail-like impacts from the use of this tool because of where we have to hold it to get the nails to go in properly. Got one more nail to put in. Seeing any marks, there's no granule loss here. Going back to doing this. Again, it's extremely hard to hit them in properly. See, wanting to move on me all the time. Still not flat yet. There again, you got that impact mark right here on the shingle. It's literally losing all those granules. Same thing up here, you're another impact mark and you're getting loss of service life because you're losing these granules from the impact marks. That shingle's back, as you can tell. The unsealing process, these shingles are no longer repairable because of how bad they're ripping in multiple spots. They are damaged by the putback of the tool here, this shingle is no longer repairable because of the damage that's being caused during the repair attempts.